Hey everybody, hope y'all doing well today. I'm trying to do this quick because there's not a whole great lot to talk about this episode of The Walking Dead. But let's get started. It's episode 6 of season 7, Swear. And I've seen a lot of people on Facebook and other areas just really slagging on this season, and even friends and stuff, just like, well, it's terrible again. But maybe it's just because I enjoy the comics, and you can't always be going 100 miles an hour. I mean, yeah, sure you can, but then you get shows like A-Team, which, you know, when you're a kid and watch, they were really great. And then when you watched them as an adult, you're like, this is fucking awful. Now, like Knight Rider, that was a little better, but it also had slow bits here and there. And that's part of what I think happens with The Walking Dead sometimes. Not that, you know, there are shitty episodes. There's a lot of shitty episodes of The Walking Dead. And there's a lot of slow episodes that go nowhere. And this episode, I mean, none of the stuff in this episode is in the comics. I mean, Tara's not in the comics. So, yeah, it's kind of like the filler episode. But for a filler episode, I thought it was pretty decent. And, you know, Tara, for somebody that's not in the comic, is actually a decent character. I know there's some that don't like her because they've shoehorned another gay into TV. Well, you know, Aaron and Eric. I know Aaron. You know, he's in the comic. Him and his old man. So you know, when they first showed up on the show, so many people were like, "Well, why are they shoehorning this in there? They don't need this." Yeah, it was already in the comic. Now, of course, with her, she's not in the comic. But her character's pretty good. I mean, it's a point of view I think they needed. Because she's, not because of that, but just because her character's more of a, I don't know, she doesn't have as high expectations of people, and she can get along. And I think, you know, that's what I like about her. But yeah, it's a neat episode. You know, the little girl leaving her the stuff, and her trying to be sneaky. But really, if they don't want somebody into their camp, they really need better security than what they had. Because, I mean, she made it all the way into the middle of the camp. She could have killed a bunch of them. Now, here's that scene with Tara and... I can't think of his dang name. Of course I can't think of his name whenever I'm doing a review. Shit, I'm not going to butcher his name because I can't think of his name. But where they're on the bridge, that's a pretty decent scene. I mean, it's kind of telegraphing that something's going to happen because the bridge would already been opened at some point by some group, you would think. I think his name's Keith. I'm probably wrong. I just get to looking at him and want to answer my own questions. But yeah, the bridge walkers, pretty good. I saw it coming, but it's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it's quite plotting. I almost thought they'd sort of stole the idea off of the Sci-Fi Channel's cheap show, Z Nation, because they had one episode with this group of women that didn't have men there, just had boys under 13 and girls and women. But yeah, yeah, like I said, I enjoyed the episode, but it's just not what people want when they start the season out so strong, and then, you know, you've not really had a strong episode since. I mean, you had bits and pieces of strong episode in the episodes, but nothing really gripping that's pulling the people out. Hopefully the last 2 episodes of this half of the season will do something. I'm hoping that Carl will shoot everybody at the Savior's place like he does in the comics. Well, I mean, he doesn't shoot everybody, but he does, they stop the truck and he shoots a bunch. Maybe that will happen next week or week after. I hope it's not drug out and happens, in the second half of the season. It gets awful old when they do that, but hopefully they won't. The group, though, that Tara's with here, they are the most untrustworthy people I've ever seen. Even if they were fucked over by the Saviors, you've got to trust people at some point, or you might as well not live. But yeah. Not much else to speak of. There was a little bit, and pretty good scene with Tara going across the bridge. I thought that was decently done. I think the thing that got me, and actually got me, because Walking Dead, for all it is, and all it can be, and all it, the good and the bad of it, when a bad episode's on, it's just all bad. It's just like, why did I waste my hour? This episode didn't feel like a waste to me, but it could have been better. But it could have been a lot worse, so I'm satisfied with it. I'll give it around a 6, 5.5, 6. Nothing amazing, but nothing terrible. But I'll give it a 6 because of one reason, and that's when Tara does get home. And she's kind of just mellow and kind of happy. Just one of those days. I'm alive. I'm making it. Things are okay. Then you see Eugene in his pout, and I'll tell you that just the weight, he did very well, just with his body language and acting that just a little bit out. She's so happy, and he just sucks it all out of her with that just crying pout there, and it makes me about want to tear up. Yes, it's a really good job there. I want to make this quick, but I'm sure that this is going to be fucking long as all of them. We'll see, y'all. Let's see. I'm looking at the beautiful Rosita. Yeah, oh, damn, she's beautiful. We'll see y'all next week. Well, sadly, we only have 2 more until the break. So, yeah, might as well enjoy them. We'll see y'all then. Bye. If you've made it this far, I know I fucked up. It's Heath, not Keith. That's all.